Alex Jones talking about Edom, 17-minute video. It's probably more like 14 minutes. He usually runs ads for a lot at the end. But talking about the anti-Edom prophecies of the rabbis, I skimmed through this a little bit. I know he mentions that he says Trump is defending Edom or something like that. It's like, and he's talking about Jews killing Jesus. So still not getting it. Still now covering this because it's out in the open. Netanyahu saying it, and it's viral on the internet. Let's watch it.
We had a moving visit today to the wall.
No joke, guys. I covered this video when it very first happened years ago. As soon as I saw Netanyahu in this viral video talking about war with Rome and Jerusalem, I said, oh, I got to go find that clip of him with Pompeo where he compares Pompeo to Pompeii and calls America the new Rome. I went and found the clip, and then Alex Jones promotes this Christian dude.
I can't resist repeating this, but I'm going to
sharing this shit.
I said to the secretary that the last time Pompeo visited Jerusalem didn't end that well. But this is a different time. Rome and Jerusalem clashed over values with a great tragedy for the Jewish people. But the new Rome, the United States, views itself as a new Jerusalem.
Now, do you think it's just coincidence that this random person just came up to him and asked him, "What are you reading, BB?"
We want to know what you're reading now.
What I'm reading?
Yeah.
It's a book by a historian named Barry Strauss called The Jews.
What do you guys think? Staged? Scripted? Is this a setup asking about the book for him to do this for some reason?
Against Rome. Jews against Rome.
What made you pick it up?
Well, we lost that one. I think we have to win the next one.
Hundreds of videos you can find of rabbis saying...
Hey, you can find them where, Jones? Who's been talking about Edom and putting out the hundreds? Okay, so Jones, who has never once played one clip of a rabbi, not one of these viral compilations that me and See Through It All and John and others have been putting out of these Edom clips of these rabbis. And now he says, oh, there's hundreds of clips, hours of it all over the internet. Well, why have you never talked about it? Why is this the first time you've ever mentioned Edom if you knew about all these clips?
I think we have to win the next one.
Hundreds of videos you can find of rabbis saying our main enemy is Europe because it's the original Rome, but America is a Rome as well. It will fall too.
And why have you never talked about this? Why, Jones? Why have you never talked about this? Oh, I thought I had it up where I was tweeting against him to cover this. I've been trying to get him and everybody to cover this for years, screaming about it. Complaining on every show. We got all these compilations, hours of rabbis just fantasizing about destroying the West, and no big influencer would talk about it. And then now he's like, oh, they're all over the internet. Remember, guys, right after I had Owen on, I showed Owen the clip and I sent it to him, and then Jones mentioned it on his show shortly after, like he had seen the compilation or something. Hey, Jones, where can you find all these clips? Why have you never played them? Why have you never had on a guest to talk about this? That's what I want to know, Mr. Defender of the West.
That's why you have the quotes of Netanyahu decades ago, we're done with America, it'll just blow away like a dead leaf or whatever.
That's a fake quote. That's a fake quote made up with unsubstantiated by veterans today. Not a real quote.
And then you got the Christian Zionists that believe worshiping Israel is the way to heaven. Even though the old...
No, worshiping Jesus, the King of the Jews, is the way to heaven. Everybody knows that.
Old Testament is God saying to Israel, you've been chosen to carry my word forward as priests. You're not doing it. I am going to judge you harder than anybody else. And I'm not saying the Jews aren't amazing and interesting and smart and great and bad and all the rest of it. I'm not saying there's something not special going on here. I'm just saying God said he will deliver you to the Philistines and the Babylonians and the Romans because you have not followed God's orders.
So now he is fulfilling the role. He's assuming the role of Esau, saying, being the punishment of God on Jacob. You killed Jesus. You're sinning. You're being bad. So this is like playing right into what the Jews actually believe about Edom. Him pointing and saying, "Oh, you're evil, and the Bible says that you're bad, and you need to be persecuted. You need your divine atonement." He's literally playing right into it.
And then when God sent you
See Through It All clip. This is the See Through It All caption on Tovia Singer.
the real Messiah, you killed him.
Oh, you killed the real Messiah. Dude, Alex, you don't get it. You need to fucking talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. You don't get it. You don't go, "Oh, they want to destroy Edom and they deserve it because they broke God's covenant and they rejected their Messiah. They killed God. So you're evil and you deserve the persecution from Esau and Edom." That's what you're playing right into the whole scheme right now, Jones. Completely. This is amazing.
Now, how's that working out for you?
How's that? Hey, pretty good. They're doing pretty well, actually. They're kind of running shit. Have you not noticed? Why is the See Through It All logo cropped out of this InfoWars? Everybody knows this is a See Through It All caption. He uses the same caption on every clip. We know that it's him with all the Tovia Singer clips. Why are you guys always cropping out our logos? What's the deal with that? While misrepresenting, telling you about the rabbis that you've never showed or talked about, and then spinning it all that plays into their hands. How about that?
Yeah, we got a bunch of rabbis. I mean, just showers of it.
We got, huh? Where'd you get them, Jones?
And America is the new Rome. Notice the buildings are built like Rome in Greece.
We are Edom. We actually really are Edom anyway.
And they got the fasci.
He shares this retard, closet gay, Christian, anti-Semite Brandon Taylor Moore that steals our videos, crops out the logos, and then blocks me. That's what this kooky Christian did.
In the Senate. You know those
shares
his with axes in the Senate are behind the Senate leader? That's all the countries and peoples controlled and tied together by the military with axes, hatchets.
And that guy, too, he shares all of the Christian-controlled op talking points, that Brandon Christ Crusader Moore. All textbook. He calls them Khazarians. They killed Jesus, the synagogue of Satan. All of the discrediting, controlled op, kosher, distraction copes. And that's who gets promoted. They promote the two Christian guys. The Christian guys that steal the clips that we put together.
And it is true that Thomas Jefferson modeled off of Greece that was then Rome was modeled off of. Yeah, here it is. Europe.
Another See Through It All clip. And look, he's sharing this is the Russian propaganda account, I'm pretty sure. World War Now host. This guy's got me blocked. See Through It All clip of the rabbi. And they all put a little Christian spin on it, and it doesn't go anywhere because of their Christian spin they put on it.
Because they're like, we will destroy Europe. Our main mission is destroy Europe. We're going to use the Muslims to do it because I can show you hours of this.
Another See Through It All. I could show you hours, but I never have. Never shown you all the See Through It All and no more news clips. Never once showed them. And then you're going to show a couple Christian controlled op kooks instead. Hey, Harrison Smith, I'm looking at you too, dude. Oh, you've known about this for so long, but you've never shared a compilation. You've never shared one of the rabbi clips. Harrison, you never tweeted about Edom once? And you're going to come in and co-opt it with the limited hangout analysis? And you're going to gatekeep it?
There are a lot of rabbis and different schools in Israel with the more conservative groups, but not really neutralcardy, kind of the pro-Zionist conservative groups that have a long memory, and they're really mad about Titus.
Yeah, David Icke's been sharing the See Through It All rabbi clips, and some of my clips also.
70 AD. And pop.
Yeah, they're doing the typical Abrahamic controlled opposition gatekeeping still.
Peo and all the rest of it.
Oh, and now you want to talk about what's in the rabbi clips. Well, what about all the rabbi clips of them revealing what Christianity actually is? How about you're going to cover? No, this is what I always say. All these big influencers, that they suppress the information in all the clips that we find.
King Jerusalem. Because the zealots, that's what the term zealot comes from, gave them some of the biggest problems the Romans ever had. And they fought hard trying to kick the Romans out. So Jesus, before he got crucified, said to the Pharisees, within one generation, that's 70.
Everybody at See Through It All says, who's stalking our profiles at InfoWars is the question. Dude, they've all been following me for years. Harrison, Owen Schroyer, Rob Dew. Biggs got out of jail and started following me. So they're seeing it. I retweet like everything See Through It All does, so that they're seeing it.
5 years in Leviticus 74. Not one stone at the temple will be sitting on top of the other. They laughed at him. The second temple after the one that Solomon built.
Okay, so now we're doing fake Jesus prophecies. Oh, Jesus predicted not one stone upon the other. No, dude. The Jews wrote that after the temple was destroyed. Still portraying him as a false prophet because he didn't get it right, actually, interesting enough.
And I mention these little things, just people don't know all this history. This is all really important stuff.
It's all really important, but he's never had on a guest to talk about it. All the kooky shit he talks about, all the years of shows every day, 24-hour coverage of everything, and only now you decide, let's talk about Edom.
And so Titus comes in, he does that, he basically burns all Jerusalem down and orders in the Roman histories, not one stone on top of the other. That's the next to worst thing they can do. The Romans sometimes would order everyone killed and the earth salted. They did that with Hannibal. And the trouble that he gave them with the elephants over the Alps and all that, it's all fascinating. You should look into it. Sorry, Hannibal's not Jewish. You probably don't know about it. The only Jewish stuff to know about, right? And I'm sorry the Jews are only obsessed with yourselves. I know study you, but other things as well. I don't hate you, by the way. I just want you
So
not.
it's funny how I call into Alex Jones' show and tell him all this about Trump, tell him about the Zionist power, all things that all of his InfoWars is acknowledging now. And he called me, he said, you're reading Nazi books. Funny how that works.
It's all killed. Please, thank you. So there is this, I wouldn't say it's the majority, but it's a big vein in Israel. Hates Europe, hates America. I could play you 100 rabbis, prominent ones right now. I see it all the time because the anti-Israel people share it everywhere. And I knew about it decades ago, but I mean, I read their writings. And they're just like,
He's known about this for decades, and he's never talked about it until now. Not a good look. Like Judaism, most of their rabbis are obsessed about destroying the West, but like, I've known this for decades and never talked about it. Okay, that makes sense.
Europe's the new Rome. Rome didn't really fall, and we're going to just help bring in the Muslims and destroy Europe. And when they all fall, we'll be in charge. And America pretty much is the new Rome, too. We'll probably destroy it. I mean, I shouldn't even be doing this without pulling the clips up. I'll find them tonight. We'll do this again tomorrow because I'm covering it for Israel. But the point is that
you can't, because from the very
you've never played the clips before. For 20 years, you have been covering up the Edom conspiracy. You just said you've known about it for years. You've never played a clip of a rabbi saying they're going to destroy Edom once. So don't laugh if somebody says you've been covering it up. I feel like I'm being gaslighted right now.
These old civilizations have long memories, worse than an elephant. Like the Chinese for 300 years. 10 different European powers broke China up, shipped in opium, controlled them through the corruption. The Chinese government's scary. Oh, God, he knows about China. Oh, God. And Netanyahu, over and over, he calls America the new Rome, because that's what the rabbis say. And then he says we're at war with Rome when he's talking to the Jews on TV and in interviews. So, Benjamin Netanyahu's an asshole. Know this stuff about Jews.
Hold on.
Because your ancestors 300, 400
I
years
missed
ago
a little.
did this. Oh, coming up from Israel again, telling you about the Chinese. No, I'm telling you about history. It's fascinating to know more than one subject. At least I know all the subjects which you people that don't like me don't know. You think it's like scary. Oh, God, he knows about China. Oh, God, all he knows about Jews.
Are you talking about me making fun of him talking about the Chi-Coms forever and never talking about Jewish power?
You don't even know this stuff about Jews, dumbos. You're about to learn it.
Oh, you're going to teach everybody now. The guy that's never talked about this before, you're going to teach everybody. Okay.
So this researcher, who I see his stuff all the time, I think he's really smart, Eric
Yeah, let's give some Christian dude that's replaying my clip.
I've really bad forgotten about him. He nails Netanyahu.
Oh, he nails
when
him.
I saw these clips, though, it made my head explode because I thought of all these other clips I have.
You have.
And Netanyahu.
All the clips you have of see through it all and our watermarks all over him.
Over and over, he calls America the new Rome because that's what the rabbis say. And then he says we're at war with Rome when he's talking to the Jews on TV and in interviews. So, yeah, no, Benjamin Netanyahu's an asshole. Grew up here in America, parents from Poland, and he acts like he's all pro-America. He sees America as another power block. And he sees it as the main block, so he sees it as a competitor. And so with somebody like him, man, or Hitler or anybody, I'm serious, these megalomaniacs do not think of anybody else being successful or powerful. It's like in There Will Be Blood. He says, I don't like seeing other people being successful. There's a competition in me. That's what you're dealing with, this hyper alpha stuff. It's a disease. We'll be right back. So there is a wide swath of rabbinical belief in Israel and world Jewry. I mean, you just go watch it. You just type into X or anywhere. Rabbis talk about how Europe's the new Rome and will be destroyed by God's judgment for what Titus did in 70 AD, sacking Jerusalem and destroying the Second Temple. And it's like a constant beef, like it happened yesterday. Rome was destroyed in 410 by the Germanic hordes. Constantinople fell 500 and something years ago to the Muslims. There's been no Rome since then. Istanbul, formerly Constantinople. So the 99% of Europeans don't even know anything about Constantinople. They don't know anything about the Roman Empire or the Visigoth chieftain Alaric and the sacking of Rome in 410. They don't know about Titus. They don't know about Pompeo. They don't know about the Roman emperor ordering Israel destroyed.
Speaking of the Roman emperor in Constantinople, here's the Eastern Orthodox Archbishop says, Donald Trump reminds him of the great Roman Emperor Constantine, identified as the Emperor of Edom, just like the Israeli show just did, portrayed him as the king or the Emperor of Edom as well on the Saturday Night Live equivalent in Israel.
But Benjamin Netanyahu does, and the rabbis teach that Europe and America is the new Rome, and that we must be destroyed for our sins in 70 AD, destroying the Second Temple. That's a long memory. Yep. And I see all the anti-Semites, all they think about is Israel. To me, that's the definition. It's like they're more Jewish than the Jews. They know more Jewish stuff than the average Jew. Well, you dumbos don't know all this, do you? Because you actually don't research.
Who are you talking about, dude? Oh, we don't do research, huh?
You think the average Jew knows about this? No, it's certain rabbinic.
Yeah, the average religious Jew probably does know about Edom. Like, it's every rabbi on YouTube is talking about it. You can just do a Google search or a ChatGPT. What is Edom in Judaism? Get all your answers clear as day right there, representing Western civilization.
Full circles. It's a large group, but it's not the majority.
Your girl Roseanne talks about it all the time. You prop her up, run commercials for her, roll out the red carpet.
I have to guess, like 30%. Hundreds of videos you can find of rabbis saying our main enemy is Europe because it's the original Rome, but America is a Rome as well. It will fall too. That's why you have the quotes of Netanyahu decades ago. We're done with America. It'll just blow away like a dead leaf or whatever.
Yeah, a fake quote. Great job. Great job, master researcher.
The Christian Zionists that believe, why you killed him.
We watched this already. And then this line. And then you're still doing the Esau hates Jacob controlled op talking point. He's Esau hating on the Jews because they killed Jesus. Like, you're playing right into the trap.
You have not followed God's orders.
This is the divine whip of Esau persecuting the Jews for their atonement.
You, the real Messiah, you killed him.
Oh, you killed the real Messiah.
Now, how's that working out for you?
Pretty good. They're running everything, bro.
Yeah,
Have you
we
not
got
noticed?
a bunch of rabbis. I mean, just hours of it. Just, oh, yeah, we're going to blow up Rome. And America is the new
He's mentioned it 5 times now, and then he shows this guy who's cropped out See Through It All's logo.
Rome. Notice the buildings are built like Rome. I don't even know this. So if you want me to give it to you with both barrels, I will. Our main mission is destroy Europe. We're going to use the Muslims to do it because...
See through it all, see through it all, see through it all.
So this is cuckoo town. I guarantee you 90% of Jews watching right now did not even know this. So if you want me to give it to you with both barrels, I will. So Trump is trying to save Edom right now.
Trump is the Judas goat that is leading Edom to destruction right now and has served Israel all along and is playing their Antichrist-like script, their Moshiach, Antichrist, Messiah opposition script to them the whole time. No, he's not going to save Edom. He's the one that's going to destroy Edom.
And reform
Are you kidding me?
Would you with both barrels? I will.
Trump's actually the hero.
Trump is trying to save Edom right now and reform it
by covering up the Epstein blackmail and giving Israel everything they want.
And no doubt from what I've seen, they are, the big tech companies, all of it, went from trying to suppress anti-Israel stuff
This is true.
to supercharging it to create this conflict. Next is the false flag against the Jews.
Yeah, the conflict of you, he's right. The false flag against the Jews is going to be the crackdown. He's right about, he gets this part right.
You can just put it together.
Put it together. But then you're waving, you're being punished. How's it working out for killing the Messiah, Jews? But then you're doing that and not realizing how you're playing the textbook Jacob and Esau dichotomy. Discrediting the argument. Yeah. Oh, you're exposing it, but while still shilling for Trump as the savior and not the enemy and the traitor. And then doing the Christian hating the Jews for Jesus thing. You don't get it. And then he's going to go, oh, these anti-Semites that obsess over this forever, they don't even know that they're falling for the trap. And then he's doing the trap. And then he goes, oh, I've known about this for decades, but you've never talked about it once or covered it or had a guest on exposing it. But people think I'm covering it up. Yeah, and then he goes, and now it's all being allowed to let loose. Now anti-Semitism is allowed to explode. So now you're releasing it through the only people that get super viral. It's not See Through It All clips that go viral. These Christians, these Anon accounts steal the clips, crop out the logos, and then they get millions of views. That's how this works.
But are you smart enough to get this, people?
Dude, you're not.
Now you know why they want me off the air, because...
Or you know what you're doing.
I know.
Oh, they want you off the air? Meanwhile, you're the biggest booster of Fuentes, who does the Jews kill Jesus thing and is playing their Hitler boogeyman in the new rise in anti-Semitism in Edom. Do you not see this? This is wild. I hadn't watched it all the way through yet. This is wild.
And I would tell the Israel lobby and Netanyahu...
Owen Schroyer, have me on. Let's expose Jones on this. Let's do it, dude. Come on.
The Chi-Coms are...
Harrison won't do it.
And you're crazy enough to try to take over America and then drive it in the ground and control it and then wreck it in some weird ritual, some cucking event. And then now you're thrown to the wolves with Africa and Asia and Russia. And then Putin laughs and says, 30% of Israel's Slavic. You look at them, they are. We already run it. We'll kick the Zionists out soon. It'll be our base. So there's double dealing going on everywhere. It is absolutely out of control. Our government's put Al-Qaeda in charge. Biden did. Trump inherited it. Everybody sees that. Trump meeting with the Al-Qaeda leader, the dictator. I mean, it's just sick. You get your balls groped and put in a body scanner and fried with radiation because you might be Al-Qaeda, and Al-Qaeda's at the damn White House. And Grok goes, well, he was the leader of Al-Qaeda in Iraq and Syria, but there was no global leader of Al-Qaeda, so Jones is wrong. He's not the leader of Al-Qaeda. He's the #1 Al-Qaeda leader. He runs 2 countries. The point is he's Al-Qaeda. So Netanyahu is super unpopular, 15% approval rating. He only gets to stay in power by working with the mosques he controlled. He killed the leadership and set them up. Now what's left is admitting they work for him and are panicking. and saying that Israel stood down and they had to deal with them. Of course they did. We know that. But do you think the average Jew in Tel Aviv, I mean, almost the majority are just at gay bars? I'm not trying to be mean. It's like, most of them aren't the rabbinical people and stuff. They're some of the most worldly, corrupt, countries in the world. You think the people down at the gay bar know about this? No, they don't know about that. They show, Star of David.
No, we don't think they know that. But there is an overall, it's like they're immersed in Jewish culture. They're immersed with this view against Amalek and Esau and the nations and the Goyim.
Oh,
even if they are secular. But no, also, this is a straw man. Who's saying anything about every Jew knows about the Edom plot? Like, that's not the point we're making here. So why are you even bringing this up? It's like he's still trying to attack the messenger who's been talking about this. See through it all says, time for the new mix, Jones. Yeah.
Oh, Israel. Oh, we're under attack. Oh, yeah. Got one of the best militaries on record. Some of the best intelligence they do. They're not stupid people. Oh, we just stood down for 7.5 hours on October 7th. We don't know what's going on.
And what does it matter if it's only 30% of Orthodox Jews in Israel in America that know about the Edom stuff? What does it matter if it's 70% are just normal or secular? It doesn't change anything. Oh, well, if it's 51%, then it's a problem. Even if it's just an extremist, like 2% that know this, it still exists. It's still an issue if they're the ones with the influence and pulling strings. Yeah, Esau, Amalek, Haman, Rome, they are all aware. I know. The ones that are religious are aware, for sure.
Your enemy is your government. I don't want you killed. I don't want your country blown up. You are being used to trigger this conflagration. And again, Israel with Mossad, CIA, Epstein, always at the heart of it.
CIA. I always try to do the CIA.
Because God said this priesthood has been chosen with the written word and record.
Oh yeah, they're chosen, right? And then he affirms their chosenness. Oh, I'm exposing the Edom stuff, but he goes, they're chosen. They really are chosen. God chose them, but then they've been bad chosen people. They rejected their Messiah. So now God's punishing them. Okay, you're just completely playing into the anti-Edom Kabbalah understanding of it all.
Because you've been tracking your generations, you've got good records. I'm choosing you to take forth this information.
Jones has seen these clips forever and has chosen every single time to never give it a retweet. Never. He keeps affirming Judaism, saying Trump is the hero and not actually the Judas goat. And then he says, all of it, dude, this has been the worst.
With the written word and record, because you've been tracking your generations, you've got good records. I'm choosing you to take forth this information. And then what do you think the devil's going to do when God's chosen somebody? The devil's going to put his full-time operation on taking over those people. Doesn't mean he runs them all, but
and then now it's not that they think they're chosen by Yahweh and want to destroy Edom and rule the world with the Messiah. No, it's Satan's corrupting the true Jews and the true Judaism. So here you get your limited hangout still.
Put his full-time operation on taking over those people. Doesn't mean he runs them all, but I mean, my God, Jesus is 40 days in the desert, up on the mountain. Here comes Satan offering the whole world. This is how it works, folks. This is real.
No, it's not Satan corrupting the true Jews that we should be worried about. It's just normal Judaism. It's just the Torah and Yahweh, which you affirm as the word of God. You're not exposing this. You are a participant in this, Jones. Come on, stop being a bitch. I know I've attacked you over the years for good reason. You're all about having the debates and stuff. You'll talk to Fuentes, but you're scared to talk to me?
Jesus said no. Netanyahu didn't say no. And he's got it all teed up for this. Every guest we've interviewed in studio,
all teed up.
Ultramethylene blue too.
So it's all real. But he's never talked about it before. I've been desperately getting you to try to cover this for years. You called me an anti-Semite. Here's the most viral edit of Edom stuff. 2 million views, 5,000 likes, should be way more.
Who does Esau/Edom represent today, and what will happen to them?
I'm just calling balls and strikes, folks.
Oh, so that's really easy. So Edom is Christendom. It is the implacable enemy of the Jewish people.
The concept of Esav as Edom and as Rome was changed transformed into a religion. So therefore, any nation that has that religion can be considered a Esav. See, so therefore, it's not one nation that is now 2,000 years or whatever, but it is a religion, and any nation that has that religion predominantly is called Esav. Christianity, of course, ultimately became Western civilization. So Esav today is really Western civilization, because Western civilization is basically Christian, and therefore that is considered to be Esav.
Esav, who became Edom, who became the Roman Empire, which metamorphosed into the Christian Empire, which became Christian civilization.
No, this is not Alex playing this. This is what he's never shared. He's known about for years, he's seen it, and he's only deciding to talk about it now with all of the Christian-controlled ops spin on it.
Which is now represented by the United States of America, will suffer a crushing, humiliating defeat.
Esau is everything that's wicked in the world, and it's the Edom. Esav is Edom. It's the final kingdom of the four kingdoms. It's the greatest, the most implacable enemy of the Jewish people. Prophesy. We have whole books devoted to the destruction of Edom at the end of days. This is the last kingdom. In traditional Jewish thinking, it's the church. It's the implacable enemy of the Jews. It's a morphing kingdom. It's unlike the previous kingdoms. It begins as Rome, and then it divides and divides and divides.
So look at me. Edom includes most of Europe. It includes the United States of America. It's the Roman Empire that was never destroyed.
Edom becomes America. Why? Because America is Edom, after all.
So now Jones says it's such a big deal, and he's going to give you the truth. But so you've seen all these clips. You see the logo, No More News. You know who I am, and you've decided to never talk about it until now, until it's the big story viral online.
Who in modern day terms is really basically, certainly one of them is America.
But for those who don't understand that Italy is the seat of the Roman Empire of Edom, even though Edom is scattered, many other nations today that speak Latin languages that have something of the Roman Empire, including America, they are first. So Edom is everywhere, and the United States of America is also part of Edom.
Malchut Edom, which includes all of America, Europe, and some of the Western Quarter.
Who becomes the children of Esav? All of a sudden, it shifts now, and we talk about Galut Edom as whom? As Rome, and eventually Western civilization.
The Edomites are the descendants of Edom, who is also known as Esau, Jacob's evil twin.
And see, the reason it's necessary, the reason that for years I sat through at 2X all of these endless rabbi videos, and Sito done the same thing for years as well, is to show you that this isn't just one fringe rabbi. This is widespread. Every time we see a rabbi talking about this, they have this take pretty much. And then Jones is doing the damage control. Oh, it's only a small percentage that even know this. They don't even really know it. It's the most of them are all secular and everything too. It's like, who cares?
Our tradition tells us that the Edomites are the ancestors of the Romans, and indeed of all Europeans and the entire Christian world.
The Esav, who is the symbol of all the nations, Christians or not.
Rome is the last empire of the four empires that subjugated the Jewish people. Edom is going to be destroyed. We have entire books in Tanakh devoted to the destruction of Edom. It's finished. It's gone. No more.
The West is Rome. According to the simple meaning, Europe and America are really one entity. But we know one thing, right? That when it comes to the classic Rome, which is Europe, they're finished.
Esav, Edom, is the implacable enemy of the Jew.
Okay, you know what? I've seen this one so many times. It's been out for years. So I want to watch the new compilation, because since then, See Through It All has found so many more hours of rabbis talking about this, and many different rabbis too. So I want to watch his compilation. But first, this was my response to Jones. 700 likes. He got 5.6 thousand on this. This is what I said to Jones. Look, 2024. When the globalists get their collapse scenario, and they will, this country is going down hard. Get ready while you still can. And I said, if you want to save the West, this was a year ago, Jones. If you want to save the West, you need to understand the anti-Edom Judeo New World Order prophecy agenda. 50 likes. Been trying to warn these guys. Owen was on, and that was the number one thing. I was begging Owen when he was still at InfoWars. I'm like, you got to watch this Edom video. Please help spread the message on this. Help me get the word out about this. Rabbi Jonathan Cahn, who just did the documentary with Dinesh D'Souza, also, and it's so sinister that all the Zionists run around and we're the greatest allies, the Judeo-Christian West. We're defending the West. We're the gates of the West, defending you and your greatest ally. Meanwhile, they all want to destroy it in their religion. So top Christian Zionist influencer and author, Jonathan Cahn, the rabbi merchant himself.
The warning is, and we're in it now, is if we don't turn back to God, those powers, America's superpower, the American age is going to crumble.
And the American age is going to crumble. And Jones spoke at the Jericho March, which was the thing they did before Stop the Steal for Trump in 2020. Jones got up on stage and he goes, Christ is king, Jesus Christ is real, Revelation is unfolding, the beast, the Antichrist, the globalist, all that shit. This is the guy who headlined at the very end of that Jericho March, talking about how Jewish Jesus was.
And, we have not turned back to God. We are racing away from God. So one of the things that has to happen is America has to fall. I mean, because the American-led world, the world order, that's the American-led order, is going to end. That's not the same as the very end that we read in the Bible. Right. So somehow we're going to see a collapse. And the thing is, listen, we are already deteriorating economically. Our position in the world, our enemies are rising. China is rising. Others are rising. So we're already in the neighborhood. I will say this: we are going to, if America doesn't turn back, which it's not looking like that now, we are going to see a collapse of the entire world order.
Right now, if America turns away from Israel, then you're going to see America fall. And it's on the verge. So, but if we turn from Israel, we have two things.
All right, I just texted Harrison Smith at InfoWars. I said, let's talk about Edom. Jones is getting it all wrong. We'll see what he says.
America. If we turn away from God, which is a whole other thing I know we'll get into, which is happening as a culture, and we turn away from Israel at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's I have never met a person in my life who hated Jewish people and was blessed. Never. They're always cursed. It doesn't matter what, from Hitler to anybody, they're cursed. Then I've never met a person who loved the Jewish people, particularly a Christian, who loved the Jewish people and wasn't blessed in some way. So, and who wasn't, there's something about it. God is real. If you go around the world, you'll find when you find a true Christian, from no matter where they are, from Latin America to Asia to Africa, there's a love for Israel and the Jewish people. And God will always bless that.
If America falls, and this is part of the thing, if America falls, it is going to open up an entire end-time scenario, because when you look at the end-time prophet, you don't see America as the head. And if America falls or turns away from Israel, Israel's going to be in a situation that is more in line with what we see in end-time prophecy, and ultimately that only will be answered by Messiah.
The day America turns its back on Israel, God will turn its back on America.
So we got all the Christians parroting this same talking point. We got the Eastern Orthodox Duganist and Russian Orthodox Church parroting this, America's going to fall, the West, multipolar world, American hegemony, all this stuff. It's all right in line with the Kabbalist destruction of Edom agenda. The Christian groups are promoting the same narrative.